Well, joining me now is our baseball expert, Dan Roche. And Roche, they sweep the Yankees, and then all of a sudden, what just happened? Devers traded? I don't think anybody saw this coming. Even though there were talks about it coming, you feel so good after the weekend, and all of a sudden, Devers is gone to San Fran.
Yeah.
What happened?
I know. Steve, I think it's shocked everybody. I think everybody was settling into enjoy the rest of the night and just kind of chill out after what the Red Sox were able to do, taking 5 out of 6 from the Yankees over the last week and putting themselves a game over 500 and feeling good and positioned now to contend here. The rest of the way, an important 9-game road trip coming up as well, in San Francisco also. But I think everybody felt good about what happened. And then, bam, all of a sudden this comes, and Jeff Passan was the first, I think, from ESPN. And my phone blew up. And is this true? And yeah, it's true. So Rafael Devers is no longer a member of the Boston Red Sox. 3-time All-Star, World Series winner, is now going out West Coast, and will be the DH for the San Francisco Giants.
All right, so let's unpack this, right? Because if you go back to the beginning of the season, Rafael Devers wanted to play third base, didn't happen. Upset over that. Then they were going to ask him to play first base. He didn't want to take the field. So Craig Breslow, John Henry, they fly out to talk to Rafael Devers. Because I know Henry's thinking, I'm paying this guy all this money, and he's not a team player. So that's a problem. And it stuck with these guys. It stuck with management, and all of a sudden he's gone. And here's the other thing, Danny, that San Francisco is now taking his entire contract.
Well, and that's like, there are layers to this, Steve. And let's start with that, right? I think the 4 players that the Red Sox are getting in return, Jordan Hicks, has been up and down as a major league player, throws hard. Kyle Harrison is a lefty, like you mentioned. James Tibbs is a former number 1 draft pick. He may be a key to this as well. And then a kid named James Bello. So far, it's like, but that's what I understand is that's not the important thing, Steve. The important thing is they're trading the rest of the $250 million and that contract. San Francisco is taking the entire thing on, and they're getting a good bat. He'll be age, 37, 38 years old when the contract's going to end. But I think for the Red Sox, I think one of the things, like you mentioned, with, not wanting to go and move to first base and then, volunteering to play third base when Bregman went down, I think that they were not happy with that. I don't think they liked the way that he came into training camp, spring training, as far as how physical condition was. Felt that it took him time. Remember, he was overwhelmed that first weekend against the Texas Rangers. And I felt like, and I think what this also means, Steve, going forward is this now is a young team that's going to grow with their kids. And you're not going to see Roman Anthony go anywhere. Yep. Marcelo Meyer is going to stay here. Christian Campbell, Cedar Rafaela, and they're just going to mix, match, and move the DH position around. They don't have to trade Duran now. They can do all kinds of things. And I think it gives them flexibility in the DH spot, financial flexibility as well.
Danny, how should Red Sox fans take this now? Because all of a sudden, right, there were 10 days ago, you were going to sell. 10 days ago, you're going to sell. So now they sweep the Yankees. All of a sudden, okay, let's acquire somebody. And then they get rid of their best hitter. And Devers was starting to heat up.
Yeah, I think the immediate reaction is going to be everyone's ticked off, Steve. And I don't blame them. This feels like a Mookie Betts move for what they're giving up, right? Because the Red Sox didn't want to pay a player a franchise-type contract. Well, they gave that contract to Rafael Devers, and now they're giving that contract away. I think Red Sox fans have a right to be ticked off. We saw what he did today. He won that game Sunday against the Yankees with an opposite field home run off of one of the best pitchers in the game, in Max Fried. So the ability's there. But again, I think this was more about long term, and I think this was more about flexibility, positioning wise, in the outfield, the designated hitter spot, the infield, everywhere, by taking him out of that DH spot. Because when Bregman comes back, you're going to have issues as to where everybody was going to play. Someone will have to go down. And now, make no mistake about it, Steve. And I think in New England, everyone was very jaded by Christian Campbell struggling, other guys struggling. The franchise player now is Roman Anthony. Yeah. And everyone around baseball feels that way. There were more people outside of New England excited and thrilled that Roman Anthony was called up as the number 1 pick in the draft. And they all feel, everybody I talked to around the team, they all feel that Bregman yesterday or 2 days ago was saying he has that it factor. They all feel that he's that next franchise player. And I think they want to build around those kids and go from there.
One last thing. How much did it hurt Devers when he didn't run out to first base? That one play.
I don't know. I think
Danny, that I'm telling you, that sticks in people's craw.
Well, I don't think
When
that
you
they
don't
were
hustle.
like thrilled with him, Steve. Put it that way.
Okay.
But the guy can hit, right? And it's like when Manny Ramirez was in town. We went through these things before. You've seen that with superstars,
Right?
But again, I go back to the circumstances. I think the circumstances with the three kids elevating themselves, and I think the kids around them, and I think they didn't want to get rid of Duran. They don't have to trade him now. I think that this was all part of it. And if the guy wasn't on board 100% and wasn't 100% happy here in Boston,
Yep.
then they felt like it was time to get rid of him. Now, will it be a mistake? Time will tell. Was the Mookie Betts trading him a mistake? Absolutely. But I feel a little bit better about this one, Steve, only from the sense of I think squarely now, all the, not pressure, but all eyes are on Roman Anthony. He's the franchise.
Wow.
He's the future of this Boston Red Sox team, and they're going to build that way.
All right, Roche. Didn't see it coming. You didn't see it coming, but it came. And now he's gone.
We're down $250 million, Steve. Wish I could do something with that, too.
And they got to play in San Francisco next week. So it's going to be interesting. All right, Roche, thank you very much.
Always is. All right, Steve, happy Father's Day.
You too, my friend.
Thank you.